Okay, you're going to be all right now. Just sit still. I'm a doctor. It's going!
This is Unit 3.
Drama Center, the first show that deals with the last chance. Thursday nights on ABC. A 2-hour special premiere this Thursday, 8 p.m. on Channel 7.
James Brolin, tomorrow at 9.
Say, Wiley, I didn't realize how much the box office had fallen off in the last couple of weeks.
It's one of the main reasons I brought Shelley Franklin in to replace Jody. I sure didn't want to replace her.
Shelley Franklin, huh? Well, a big star like that in the play ought to do us some good, huh?
That's what I was hoping.
Well, tell me, what's all this trouble she was in out there in Hollywood?
Her career fell apart. Bad movies, bad friends. But now she's trying to pull herself and her career back together. It's the only reason she agreed to do this play.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. This is a theater. It's not a rest home.
She'll be fine.
You know, you sure didn't give her much time to learn the part.
Hey, that was a mix-up. I sent that script to her over a week ago. For some reason, she didn't get it. Now, she's been working like a dog all day today, and she will do the same tomorrow.
Yeah, but can she do it?
Gunther, she's going to have to do it. She's our last chance.
Gavin?
Hi.
Hi.
Shelley, this is Gunther Wagner, my co-producer.
Mr. Wagner?
Oh, no. Call me Gunther, honey. I never put on airs even though I am a producer. You know what I mean?
Sure.
How's the memorizing coming?
Not too good. It's an awful lot to learn. I'm trying as hard as I can.
Do you want me to help you run lines?
It's not that easy. It's 100 pages in 2 days. I am an actress here, not Wonder Woman.
I'm sorry, Shelley, but you agreed to give it a try.
Well, I've tried it, and it's not going to work. I'm going to look like a fool up there. I can just see it.
Now, you're going to look good up there, honey.
Will you stay out of this?
Hey,
Gunther.
hey, what?
Shelley, what are you saying to me?
But I'm going to need at least a week before I'm properly prepared for this, maybe longer. And if you can't wait, you're just going to have to find somebody else.
Then I guess we're going to have to close the theater.
Okay, Cliff. Now, I agree that there are some similarities between what happened to Mary Jane and Dee Dee, and maybe even the other people in this office building, but how's it happening, and why? And how can you be so sure that this contagious paranoia theory of yours is confined to this building? I mean, there's a lot of scared people out there.
Look, I don't have the answers, Marty, but I'm sure as hell going to try and find them. Dee Dee is my friend. I'm not just going to sit back and do nothing.
May I come in?
Oh, Mr. Hext, we were just talking about you.
That must be why my ears are burning.
Something we can do for you?
Mr. Nelson, I'd like to apologize. I'm sorry about our misunderstanding the other day.
There is no misunderstanding.
You won't give me the benefit of the doubt?
There's no doubt either. I'm going to find out exactly how you were able to switch Mayhew's suicide notes and exactly how you were able to somehow substitute a note that was apparently typed in the same typewriter.
You're as crazy as your partner.
And that's another thing. What did you do to her?
Nothing. We were talking calmly, and all of a sudden she went berserk. I was terribly distressed.
Well, what were you talking about, Mr. Hext?
Ask her.
I intend to when she gets better. I'm going to find out exactly what you're up to.
I'll have you thrown out of this building.
Try it. You just try to break this lease. If it's a battle you want, I'll be glad to oblige.
A battle? You ever been in combat, Mr. Nelson? No. I can tell you haven't. Yet.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by mild Ivory Liquid. It helps hands stay young-looking. And by dark, sparkling Folgers crystals.
Los Angeles. Stars and cars and one of the world's most famous great restaurants, Perino's.
Tonight, we're secretly replacing the fine coffee they usually serve with Folgers crystals. Are dark, sparkling Folgers crystals rich enough to top off a fabulous meal? Watch.
It is delicious.
It's rich, it's mellow, it's very rich.
It's Folgers crystals.
That's instant?
Is it available in the stores now?
We're going to buy some Folgers coffee crystals.
I still don't believe it.
This is what diners at famous Perino's restaurant in Los Angeles told us about Folgers crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurants.
Ivory Liquid presents Dishwashing Talk.
Well, what'd you think of your birthday dinner?
I can't believe you cooked it.
Here's the proof.
Spaghetti. Oh, that's what that was.
Here, I'll help you wash.
Oh, hi there.
Hello there yourself. I like holding your hands. Oh, they're soft.
That's where Ivory Liquid helps.
Wow, you'd never know they were 34 today.
Well, I guess the Ivory Liquid has treated my hands pretty well all these years.
I know.
You know, they say it's the mildest of all leading brands, and that's important if you care about young-looking hands.
Well, to prove I do, I've got one more surprise for you.
You're going to cooking school?
Happy birthday, honey.
Oh, it's perfect.
Just like my spaghetti.
Mild Ivory Liquid helps your hands look as young as you feel.
Somebody knock over our mailbox again?
No.
H. Maryvale and Sons. One of the New York publishers?
Mm-hmm. Alex Troy, our managing editor, knows some people over there.
That was a very fast response.
Well, Alex arranged for somebody to read it right away.
Well?
Oh, honey, you read it. I can't.
You're sure?
No, I'm positive. Oh, this is so silly. I'm shaking.
Dear Mrs. Carr, thank you very much for allowing us to read Sword of Love. Unfortunately, we have no place in our upcoming list for a period romance novel. We wish you the best of luck in placing it elsewhere. Sincerely. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know why I set my hopes so high. I mean, it would be a total fluke to manage to sell my book to the first publisher to read it.
How many places did you say you submitted?
Oh, 10. But that was one of the 3 personal contacts.
Don't let it get you down. We're always hearing about bestsellers being turned down lots of times before someone bought them.
Honey, it doesn't have to be a bestseller. I just want it to be published.
And it will be. Mark my words.
What are you doing here?
Going over our finances and the latest political polls.
Have you decided to run as an independent?
No, I haven't. Besides the financial burden it would place on us, Nancy, it's a tremendous risk. If I lost, I'd be cutting my political throat.
But if you don't try to continue as district attorney, would you be any better?
In either case, I'd still be out of a job, and I wouldn't have spent our last cent in a futile attempt to retain it.
When are you going to decide?
Geraldine's coming over in a little while to try to talk me into it again. I've promised her I'll have an answer by then.
So who is Geraldine Saxon?
She's our partner. It was her money finally brought some hidden thunder to the stage.
I thought it was only right that she'd be here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know how much this theater means to you people, and I would really like to help you, but there is just no way I can be ready in less than a week.
Well, that's why Wiley sent you the script there in New York.
Well, I could just kill the messenger who got it to me so late.
That's what I don't understand. I thought that your agent said she'd received it.
Well, I could kill her, too. Hello, Gunther.
Yes.
Geraldine, thanks for coming on such short notice. Mrs. Saxon, Mrs. Shelley Franklin.
How do you do, my dear?
Hello.
As I told you over the phone, Shelley says she won't be ready for another week.
At least another week.
No, we don't have enough time to find somebody else, and for obvious reasons, we can't ask Jody to return.
I understand that.
Do we cancel this week's performances?
Well, Gunther, that might be the proverbial straw. Already the box office is failing, and if you close for a week, that would kill it altogether.
I feel just terrible about this.
Well, you shouldn't, my dear. After all, it was the blame of an errant messenger service, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
All right, then, should we have Mitzi play Elvira?
Claire said...
Doesn't know the lines. Thanks for pointing that out, Gunther.
Well, then it will have to be Mitzi. We don't appear to have much choice.
Well, I'll do the best I can. I'll work as hard as I'm able to. Gavin, I'm ready to begin the blocking rehearsal right now, if you are.
Come in.
Derek, you wanted to see me?
Yes, I've just been going over your report here on what Preacher found in the video disco store.
Or rather, what he didn't find.
Yeah. Coaxial cables, Some switching devices, certainly nothing experimental or illegal about the
I
equipment.
know. Makes you wonder why Hamlin wants to keep people out of there.
Look, I know you and Calvin both think that Hamlin's up to something, but I'm not so sure we have anything here at all. And certainly not enough to warrant the expense of an undercover operation.
Well, now, wait a minute. Let's just give it a little more time. Preacher's working very hard on this thing.
I can see we're going to have to talk about this some more, aren't we? All right, how about over dinner tonight?
Dinner?
Yeah, dinner, you know. Dinner. It's the third meal of the day.
Well, I wanted to spend some time with Matthew this evening.
Chris, we haven't seen each other outside of these offices for over a week now.
I know.
I thought we were doing so well together. And then all of a sudden, ever since
Derek,
you
I
came
just
back
need
from
to
Fair
sort
River...
things out, okay?
What things? I want us to spend more time together. I want us to really get to know each other. I want to make love to you. I thought you wanted all these things, too.
Derek, I don't know what I want. Can't you see that? I don't know.
Fair River, huh? Overnight, huh?
When Ben and I opened our own business, we had to be kind of careful with money. That's when I started using Suave. But once things began looking up for us, I switched to the more expensive shampoos and conditioners. Well, I discovered there just wasn't anything better than Suave. You know, a lot of my customers spend a fortune on their hair. Suave just makes me look as if I do.
Suave makes you look as if you spent a fortune on your hair.
Karen, give your family those vitamins. Why not? You buy cereal without sugar, jam without artificial color. These have artificial color and sugar? Or preservatives. Most leading vitamins do, but not new Life Stage from Vicks. They're pure vitamins my family wants. Without additives, they don't. Only Life Stage has separate stress formulas for men and women, a formula just for teens. And a children's chewable without sugar. And all pure. I'm sold.
New Life Stage. Pure vitamins your family wants, without additives they don't. From Vicks.
I'm warning you both, I am coming in with all guns blazing.
And I'll help reload if necessary.
Then, if it's 2 against 1, he doesn't have much chance.
Don't be too sure about that, Geraldine.
Mike, Monticello needs you as district attorney. And I am not leaving here until you promise us that you will not desert us.
I'm not deserting anything. I was discharged.
Oh, nonsense. Our esteemed, if cowardly mayor, Marshall Cross, and no other member of our party has the right to deprive this city of your services. After all, politics should be for the people, not in spite of them.
Hear, hear.
If you backed me, Geraldine, you'd be throwing your money away.
That's my money. I can make paper airplanes out of it if I want to.
Look at the latest polls. These are the first ones with Cross as the candidate instead of me. He has only 27% of the vote as it is. His 26-year-old opponent has almost 53%, with the rest undecided.
Mike, those two offer the voters no choice. Now, please, don't turn your back on Monticello when it needs you the most.
Geraldine, you should run for DA. You could convince a jury of almost anything.
The question is, have I convinced you?
I guess I know what you'd like me to do.
It's what you want.
The odds of my winning...
Never mind the odds. Do what's right.
The first thing to do is to make a public announcement immediately.
Yay!
You ready to start our first offensive against Mr. Hext?
I've been thinking about that, Marty. You know, this could be very dangerous. I really have no right to ask you to stick your neck out.
Well, I remember very clearly sticking my neck out was in the job description.
No, I'm serious.
Look, Cliff, we haven't known each other for very long. And I'm not sure I go along with your paranoia theory, but I think you're right on about Hext. There's a coldness in his spirit. I can feel it. He will hurt people, and it won't even touch him. And that's why I'm going to help you. I have to.
Thank you.
Enough metaphysics. Where do we start?
Well, the first thing we do is try and get far ahead in our law practice, which means no new cases unless absolutely necessary. So if we can clear the decks, which means you're going to have to shoulder a lot of the responsibility.
I like that fine. Then what?
And we find out as much as we can about this Mr. Donald Hext. This is Hext.
Yes, Donald.
I tried to reason with Nelson, sir, but he wasn't interested. He's declared war on me.
That should appeal to you.
Oh, it does, sir. Do I have your permission to do whatever is necessary to win the war?
Yes, but keep your battles far from our front door.
Oh, don't worry. If there are any casualties, I'll make sure they happen far away from the ISIS building.
Tell me about Sky and Raven Whitney.
They spent this morning in Gantz's old office. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to replace the listening devices they found there, so we're not sure what line their investigation is taking. But sooner or later, they'll discuss it either here or in their hotel suite, so we'll know.
You must maintain control. There is still much to do.
Don't worry, sir. You can count on me. I'll take care of anyone who gets in our way.
Mrs. Powell never tried Charmin. Watch me get her. Look out!
Oh, what is this?
Charmin. It just slipped.
Oh.
Haven't you ever tried it?
No. Is it soft?
Squeeze it.
It is soft.
And?
And cushiony.
And?
And squeezable.
Got you. See? Just squeeze the Charmin, and I got you.
Charmin. The squeezing gets you, the softness keeps you.
What makes an Olympic star? Natural ability, a will to win, hard work, and training. Takes money, too. That's where we can all help through the Women's Day Olympic Fund supported by Procter & Gamble. Coupons for these leading brands will be in papers starting September 18th. For each one redeemed, Procter & Gamble gives 10 cents to the fund. So save money and turn your dimes into Olympic gold.
Hey, I sure do like rehearsing here at home, boys.
Gets us a whole lot closer to your blue ribbon cooking, Loretta.
Sounds like you're ringing a dinner bell.
Your southern fried chicken is music to my mouth.
That's my Crisco fried chicken, and Crisco's what makes it taste so crunchy.
No greasy taste here.
And Crisco has no cholesterol. Anybody for seconds.
Seconds? I'm rehearsing for thirds.
Look for my Crisco recipes in your favorite woman's magazines. Crisco do you proud every time.
Derek, hello, what a nice surprise.
I'm sorry to bother you at home. I know Mike took the day off today, and there's a couple of things I wanted to discuss with him.
Oh, it's no problem at all. Unfortunately, he isn't here.
Oh.
He and Geraldine Saxon have gone out to speak personally to some community leaders.
Oh? About what?
He's going to run as an independent.
Terrific.
Yes.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Anything I can do to help him, please just have him call me.
Oh, I will. Thank you, Derek.
Well, that is terrific. Well, I guess then I better be going.
No. Don't go. I just made some fresh coffee.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt
you. You look as if you could use some.
Well, maybe I could at that.
You want to tell me about it?
About what?
Oh, Derek, I think we've known each other a long time now. I can tell when you're troubled.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to bother you with my problems.
It's no bother at all. I'm a good listener.
You know that new detective on my force, Egan?
Ah.
Well, Chris and I have been seeing each other lately. And I thought that everything was going very nicely. Then I sent her up to Fair River. Miles, too. Pick up Davy Oaks. My best friend and the girl that I'm crazy about. I don't want to believe anything happened, but I'm very sure that something did happen between them.
Matthew, how can this be you? This person's bigger than the horse.
That's me and I'm bigger.
Oh, I see. Excuse me. Now, who is this?
That's Chief Mallory. I like him.
Matthew, I'm okay. Come here.
Why are you crying?
Because... Here, sit down. Sit down. Because I feel guilty. That guilt isn't fair. See, everybody expects so much of me. Like I have all the answers or something, but it just isn't that simple, you know? I don't have a direct line to my heart. I can't, call it up any old time I feel and ask it what I should do. Oh, Matthew. Matthew, I don't want to be alone anymore. I want to be happy.
You're not alone, Mom. I'm here. I'm here.
Matthew, I love you so much.
There was no answer in her room when I called. And that was 2 a.m. And then maybe I'm just fooling myself into thinking that she was different.
Derek, do you love her?
Sure, I'm attracted to her. And I feel awfully good when we're together. And I'd feel awfully hurt if I thought that something did happen. Miles knows just how much I care for her.
Well, now, Miles is rebuilding his life, and for a man like him, a woman has to be part of that rebuilding. Not in place of Nicole, never that, but to love and to be loved. Nicole would want him to find somebody like that.
But what about me? Damn it, don't I have a right to these things, too?
Yes, yes, Derek, of course. Oh, I mean, look, I know how you feel, Derek. And if they did spend the night together, I guess I can understand how that might happen. And if you're going to be at peace with yourself and with them, you're going to have to understand it, too.
I'm not so sure I can, Nancy. Thanks for the coffee.
Oh, Gavin, I was just awful out there. I'm so sorry.
You weren't awful.
You know, I felt like an amateur out on that stage, and I am not even an amateur.
Shelley,
I'm not. All these people are spreading rumors. Wind chimes was just an accident, you know? That's not true. I'm an actress, you know? I'm a good actress.
Hey, can I get a word in here? Thank you. Now, I know it was a first rehearsal, but I could see that you were bringing something new and special to our bar. Something really exciting was going on out there.
How would you know? Oh, God, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that at all. I'm sorry. You really liked what I was doing out there, huh?
Absolutely.
Oh, you are a dream.
I am?
Uh-huh. I guess we better get back to work now.
Well, I think you've earned some dinner. How about it? We can always pick up where we left off afterwards.
Yeah, I'd love it. Okay, almost time for your bedtime, young man. You clean up this stuff, okay?
Okay.
My mother, who's Italian, would know her daughter's sauce.
Will Diane's mother know the difference between her daughter's homemade spaghetti sauce and ragu homestyle?
Nice and thick. A lot of Italian qualities in it, that's for sure. It is very, I could eat it just the way it is without the spaghetti.
That's ragu.
It is ragu? It really is good.
Ragu homestyle spaghetti sauce. That's Italian.
If it wasn't good,
I can't believe
I
it.
wouldn't.
Great day in the morning, in the afternoon.
On living,
Mike, stop it.
Mike and Noreen can fight it no longer. And desire gives way to passion. Loving, weekday mornings.
Crane,
This is Hext. I have another black bag job for you. I want a complete floor plan of Cliff Nelson's apartment. Begin an immediate 24-hour surveillance on the entire building. I want to know the routines of every person in that building down to the minute. We already have an infinity transmitter on his phone, don't we? Good. Bring all future tapes directly to me. Oh, Nelson wants to find out about me, does he? Well, I wish him luck. But by the end of the week, I want to know everything there is to know about Cliff Nelson.
Matthew's still awake, so let's keep our voices down, all right?
I wasn't planning on yelling. Sorry I came over unannounced, but I had to talk to you.
Boy, sometimes I get so tired of all this talk.
And sometimes it's necessary.
Why is it necessary? Why is it so necessary to discuss everything, debate everything, extrapolate it until there's nothing left? There's no emotion, nothing, just words.
All right, look, you don't owe me any explanations.
Oh, good.
Don't you want to see me anymore?
I see you every day.
Damn it, you know that's not what I mean. Because I don't want to lose you. I don't.
Please don't just, please. Just hold me for a minute, okay? You know, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person.
I know you're not.
Behind this curtain is something awful, something ugly, something that may be in your home right now. Creepy black mildew stains right there in your shower. It's time you get them before they get to you. With Tilex Instant Mildew Stain Remover. With Tilex, there is no scrubbing. You just spray and leave. Mildew stains begin to disappear on contact. In minutes, they're gone. Tilex, it gets mildew stains before they get to you.
Salad secrets from Hidden Valley Ranch salad dressing.
A salad with unripe avocados or a blah dressing is the pits. Secret to a yummy salad dressing is Hidden Valley Ranch. Mix this unique blend of herbs and spices with milk and mayonnaise for a deliciously different dressing. As for the avocado, a couple of days in a bowl of flour, and it'll be ripe enough for even a Hidden Valley Ranch salad.
Hidden Valley Ranch salad dressing.
That's the big secret.
This is David Hartman. Tomorrow on Good Morning America, we'll take a look at the new rules against smoking. Plus, competitive advertising in the fast food industry. We'll look at the burger wars. Also, Linda Ronstadt and Michael Caine on Good Morning America.
Tonight at 8, 7 Central and Mountain, a hip magic genie named Shabu breezes into the life of a TV weatherman and turns everything upside down. On the premiere of Just Our Luck. Then John Travolta stars in Saturday Night Fever, an ABC movie special.
Tonight, dioxin. Is the danger real?
I don't want political jargon. I want the truth.
Waste dumping, Agent Orange, contaminated water. Just how far-reaching and deadly is this chemical threat? Watch ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings. Tonight.
Next on Eyewitness Extra, police have connected a series of shootings to one sniper, and that news has put a neighborhood in New York City into fear. We're going to visit that neighborhood next.
And also coming up today, we're going to tell you how to avoid all those annoying lines that bother New Yorkers everywhere. We'll tell you how two beautiful animal farms are caught in an ugly court battle. And today, we'll have good news, the story of a hotel waiter who may soon be designing some of the clothes that you wear. Next on Eyewitness Extra.
Live. We'll also meet the woman who'll play Marilyn Monroe on a big new Broadway musical here, and we'll tell you why Mayor Koch was dancing on the streets of New York today. That's at 5:30 here on Channel 7, New York.
Nobody bakes a cake as tasty as a tasty cake.
Nobody bakes a cake as tasty as a tasty cake.
I want to look like that.
Okay.
She's a hairdresser who wants more out of life.
Oh, hello.
And he's her reluctant professor.
I do not want to do it. Why pick on me?
I like you.
She's determined to get an education.
Why didn't you walk in here 20 years ago?
But he's the one who ends up learning a lot more than he bargained for. Michael Caine, Julie Walters, Educating Rita, rated PG.
Now playing at Cinema 2.